it down with this right click from Amar and the ult. The swashbuckle slows him down, and in the base they go. Amar gets the kill, and now they're going to turn this around to potentially the Void, but he gets up the time walk in just the last moment. He gets all of his HP back, so 60 seconds on the Dawn. And OG, obviously still with this Aegis, and it ended up going to the Pango. Obviously with Wraith King having that ult, not wanting to add on to it.
This is perfect for OG. All they need to do is right now is to choke out Aster on the map, because Aster just does not have enough damage against them, and they're going to outscale them.
Oh, Ori, he's going to get Winter's Curse, but he zips away. They don't have the layering of the stuns here. He zips the opposite direction now. He looks to be fine. So OG not able to layer properly there.
Yeah, I think that Taiga underestimated that there's no creeps, so the cursors were going to be very short. Started the curse a little too early.
But Amar, is he working on a Satanic? Is that what he... Or is that a...
He's queued up a heart. He knows Aster just doesn't have enough damage right now. All he has to do is just build tank and try to get first contact and survive with the cold embrace from his team.
Yeah, Ori, he gets the zip in and the initiation on the BZM, but again, not too scared with the Aegis still online. Who's BZM, by the way, 900 from his Aghanim Scepter. And which he didn't take the talent for it. Oh, he did take the 15 talent. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he went for the greedy talent, and it's paying off.
Wow. All right, so the 2-second shield crash cooldown during the ult comboed with Ags is absurd.
Yeah, these heroes that he's playing against, too, they don't want to be mana drained. If he can get a couple of swashes on this Void.
He's got the Basher too, right? So
Wyvern's entering the Radiant Vision. He's going to get jumped.
Yep, and here comes the Dawnbreaker ult as well. Mortimer's Kisses just to make sure that they get the support Wyvern. It's a little bit of overkill from Aster. But now that the heart is online for Amar, and I believe I saw a BKB finished. Is that on Ori?
Yep, he's got it in his backpack right now.
Okay. Oh, BZM gets off the Diffusal Blade, but XXS with the hammer gets a little bit of distance. Gets the cookie as well, but here comes the initiation onto Baboka. Gets off his Hand of God and the mech, but it's not enough to survive. Monet and company just have to sit in their base and wait for OG to try to make a mistake here on the high ground.
Yeah, and I don't think OG is going to do that. They know they have the full map to farm. And with this Aegis, they can try to force it a little bit, but they really don't have to do that much.
And Yuragi just blinks in, gets off these Skelly boys, only 3. It's more than enough as Ori. He's going in as well. Starbreaker onto Amar, but again, very, very tanky. And you can see that they're just ignoring Yuragi, but he's the one that's doing massive damage to these buildings. So tier 3 down in favor of OG is still Baboka. Not online for another 15 seconds. There's the Aghanim Scepter. Well, that's a lot of damage and the end of the Aegis, but Yuragi and company not going to be too upset about that. It was expiring relatively soon. Monet looking for a potential chrono, but it's up reverse time walking instead. Definitely not going to use it on the Wraith King. Oh, the bash actually connects onto XXS. Kind of stuck in a weird spot here as Monet jumps in looking for a potential Chronosphere target. And it's going to be a wasted BKB just in a defensive measure from Aster's side, as OG still not looking to get out of the base. Are not doing that much damage to this building, but he's continuing to try.
They've got Mortimers now. I think they're going to look to go.
Yep, we have the Electric Vortex. There's the Mortimer's Kisses with the Chronosphere on top. He actually gets Ori not quite in the Chrono. I thought he got stunned there for a moment, but you can see the disarm coming out as Void in a lot of trouble has to time walk out and not getting any damage out at all. XXS getting static link with the Amar. A little bit of right-click action as the mid lane of Rax is dead, and a jump in from Yuragi, 2 dead for Aster, as OG looking very good right now. Ori with absolutely no mana, and even the Dawnbreaker comes in and gets bashed right off the bat. Triple kill for Amar, as GG is called. OG tie it up 1-1.
Very nice play from OG, understanding what they had to do in that game. Amar building into the heart and the Heaven's Halberd. This guy was completely unkillable. It felt like Aster had no damage in the Chronosphere. Even with the kisses, it wasn't enough. Taiga just puts the cold embrace and nobody's gonna die, especially if it's Amar with 4,500 HP being chronoed.
Yeah, but Aster was in a very good position this game. After collecting the first Roshan, they made a huge blunder. Storm Spirit overextended, relying on the save on his teammate. and Monet did not Chronosphere the Razor, and I think that kind of just completely cost them the game, because they were going to win this fight. The Stormsphere had a regen rune in his bottle. If he was able to get the Chronosphere out and reset the fight, they were going to definitely have a very good team fight.
Yeah.
So OG tie it up 1-1 now. What kind of changes do you think Aster needs to make? Do you think it was just an execution thing? Do you think it's a draft thing, or maybe a combination?
I think the draft was definitely pretty good for Aster. I think they got the lane set up in the early game that they wanted. They hit all their timings with this Chen, with the Mech and Vlads. They got their early Roshan. Storm Spirit was very farm. But then as soon as they got these timings, they were not able to combine it and use it properly. If Storm Spirit was able to survive that fight, and I think this game would look very differently.
Yeah.
Okay, well that is the end of game 2. We're going to go to a game 3 very shortly to decide who gets to face off against Team Spirit in that lower bracket finals tomorrow. Let's go to the panel so they can delve into the game number 2.
Thank you so much, guys. Well, OG manages to do what we almost thought was not possible and tie this series, take us to a game number 3. I mean, I don't even know where to begin, because Aster, they look good.
That was just such an exciting game, honestly.
Yeah.
Like that's why you watch Dota, right? Because we have a situation where Aster looking really strong, and they're going to be. You see the tools in OG, you just wonder, like, can they actually connect it? And then the bounce back from Amar, the Dota Plus pops up, and it's actually even for once, which never happens. And you're like,
you and I both sat up from the couch and we're just like, what?
It believes, you know. It's always so one-sided, but that was just great Dota.
Back and forth, how you want it. Like. To me also, like actually Aster was like in a winning position for the majority of the game, and then just OG doing OG things and coming back. It's like this OG major magic.
Oh, I felt horrible here. This was when I felt that OG just had no hope of winning the game, because they wasted a Wyvern ult and a roll, and they don't kill the Faceless Void. The cookie is enough to break the combo, and they don't have enough damage to kill him. It looked really, really bad. But the more OG itemized and the later the game went, it felt like Aster's tools weren't enough. Faceless Void is a very late game oriented carry hero. He can provide that Chronosphere, but when you start getting BKBs, the bash doesn't do damage anymore, the kisses don't do damage anymore. Where's your chrono damage coming from at that point?
Yeah, to me, I think the most important fight is actually going to show up in a bit, like later when they got that first Roche on Aster, and then actually what surprised me was that Faceless Void picked up the Aegis, and they get their kill on Ori, on the Storm Spirit. Like, up to then, I feel like, I think also Snaking pointed that out, like, this moment right here. Like, Aster was super dominant up to that point until Amar got that kill on Ori right here. So, I'm not sure if that was really planned, that Monet picks up the Aegis. But
yeah, and they jump in, like, they don't chrono there, because it's like a BKB going, so he wants to save it for the kisses afterwards, but now there's just no Storm.
Yep.
And you don't have any of this, like, exterior control while everything else is happening in the team fight. And then, of course, finally the curse with all the rally troops, like, finally get revenge on the Chen, because, like, this stupid troll, everyone going around taking objectives instantaneously. Well, how about this? Take down the Dawnbreaker.
That's why OG gave them the Chen, because of that moment.
That right there.
that right there.
Now, looking at how OG performed, I mean, Amar absolutely dominating on that Razor. Almost felt unstoppable once he said, like, that he got his items, right? Like, do we question again? Like, do we start banning out these Amar heroes once more coming into game 3?
You don't have enough bans. You can't ban them all. You just have to have a good plan against one. Obviously, I want to give a shout out to his itemization. Like, what a friggin' build. He's got a BKB, a halberd, and a heart. It's so anti-Chronosphere. Like, he knows that as long as he can survive this, there is not enough damage that Aster can do to kill him anymore, and he is just going to be able to sit in the middle of that fight using Link, using his spells.
Yeah, and after that engagement we just saw in the mid lane, like, after, you know, I feel like the OG fans, they saw Amar after that. He's linking people, he's waving with the high five, and they're like, oh, we're back. Okay, we're good. He's looking for high fives. He's feeling himself again. And again, it's another one of these bounce back games like that that's so important for a player.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like, really happy for him that he actually, like, now got the game that he deserved after having a tough game 1. Like, now he definitely popped up. I think the MVP is deserved. Also, once again, I gotta say, like, BZM on his Pangolier, he did amazing job. I still believe that Stormspirit can be a really decent match for the Storm, but he played it perfectly. Like, he got out of the lane in a really good way, did some good rotations.
And the most stable player of all, felt like that, was Yuragi. You know, I'm looking, he's just hitting jungle creeps, doing his thing, you know, got that little stable stun, hanging out in the fights, lets his other carries and cores be the star of the show.
That raid team pick was really good. Like tanking, like having like 2 lives against all this like 1 volley of spell is amazing. I think that was a really clutch 24 pick.
Yeah. On the other side of the game, though, I think Team Aster played really well around it for the start of the game. Obviously, we said they were ahead. How did they get ahead? Snapfire getting that early level 6 was really impactful. He was able to TP bot when they hit that Chronosphere timing, get the Kisses kill onto Razor. He was constantly making moves with Ori around the map. They had that really nice deep ward in OG's jungle that allowed them to seek out the Wraith King and kill him after they had already got the double life top. I think their moves early were very, very, very good. It's just a shame that they couldn't keep it up.
Well, we have Slacks once again wandering the crowd here. I'm sure he has something fun planned for us again. So let's see what you're up to, Slacks.
Oh, thank you so much, Nikki. I've been exploring in the audience here right now. I found a group of guys who have been here all day, in almost concerning amount of, they've been here for quite some time, these gentlemen up here. Yeah! How are you guys still with us? How's the event going?
Yeah, we're still with you.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So, crazy series last series. OG fans, anybody?
Yeah, I'm an OG fan. Let's go OG.
Okay. Now, they're coming out onto the stage pretty soon. So, Seb's in the back, the rest of the boys, they can hear you. Is there anything that you would like to say to pump them up for their Game 3?
You know, I've really seen a big transformation since their 2 TI runs, and they've gone through a lot of hardship. I really want them to come out here with Seb and show them what we can do.
Okay, that wasn't much advice, but that's fine. All right, let's give it up. All right. Maybe we can help out later. Now, you gentlemen, you guys are all a friend group, right? How did you guys meet?
Just playing Dota through Discord.
Hey.
Yeah. College friends and stuff, yeah.
All right. And you guys don't, you're not on the OG train?
The OG haters.
Oh my God.
They're the OG haters, yeah.
Bam! Oh, all right. Any advice then for Aster?
Come out, you guys got this. Don't worry about the cheers. They don't matter.
Hey, all right, ignore the crowd. Great advice, fantastic. Well, gentlemen, if we could give it up for these guys, they've been here all day, all morning, from till now. Thank you very much. And sir, you said that you were a big OG fan, huh?
Yeah, I am. I've loved Taiga's positioning and his jukes and everything. Really made that Pudge look really fat and disgusting like he is. So keep that up.
All right, fantastic. Any words of advice to them in the back? What should they pick?
Whatever Seb tells you.
Okay, that is pretty good advice. And you've literally just been eating Dippin' Dots right next to us.
Yeah, I'm really feeling these Dippin' Dots.
Great. All right, well, back to you guys. Thank you so much. Free advertising.
Thank you so much, Slacks, and thank you so much to these group of fans over here in the corner. That was really fun. So I suppose, like, just quick thoughts before we get ready for our break here.
I like their architecture. It's impressive.
That's the quick thoughts, yeah?
Yeah.
Their little structure, the little pyramid.
They've been working very hard on that. It's quite tall.
I kind of want to kick it over.
All right.
Okay, well, okay, let's not do that. But I suppose it's going to be a bit of a reset, right? It's Game 3, so